They were quick on the pickup. They knew in a very short period of time exactly what I was looking for and what I was planning on doing. Joel had probably one of the quickest mindsets that he could look at something and just, he knew. I wanted to retire. And I knew that owning a home, making house payments was not going to be in the future. There is no possible way I could afford to do that. So I called him because he came across as a very straightforward and honest man. And that is what I look for. I look for people that are true to their word and do their job and are proud and happy to do their job. He just had a sense of humor that rolled with mine, and we got along quite well. Joel is straightforward and a straight shooter too. He's been very honest with me since day one. As far as the ease of the selling process goes, it was very, very difficult. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. Get rid of all my junk, make room, and turn it over to Joel and let him do the rest. And he handled it like a champ. He ran through and did everything the house needed, got the house looking absolutely gorgeous. And I commend the job that he did. The people he had working for him did a phenomenal job. And yeah, it was actually very easy. I called, they answered. They called back if they needed to, but I didn't have to call that much, just questions. And if I had questions, I called. They were right there on it. The speed of the sale was quite incredibly fast. In a matter of days, the house was sold. Sign a couple of papers, money's in the bank, and I'm down the road. As far as working with Joel, the transparency in the negotiation was absolutely on track. It was straightforward, it was honest, and that's why one of the reasons why we went with him. The level of stress that I was dealing with at the time was immense. I myself wanted to retire. My wife was retired, and we just wanted to say goodbye to this part of the life. The advice he gave me was phenomenal. And I'll tell you, it was great just being away and letting somebody do what I really didn't want to do. What I didn't want to do was deal with the house anymore. I didn't want to work with the house anymore. I didn't want to work on the house anymore. I didn't want to go to work anymore. So, Hawaiian shirts and shorts are in my future. And that's thanks to Joel. Everybody knows Atlas holding the world on his shoulders. Well, son of a gun dropped off my shoulders, cracked, broke, left, and I have no stress at all other than deciding what time of the morning I want to actually wake up. I'm so satisfied and grateful just for this new start. I would recommend Sierra Home Buyers for anybody that just wants to get a new start. Start off fresh, clean slate, walk away from the headaches and the stress that you have every single day. We have enough. We don't need to put more on our own shoulders. Leave it to somebody that does it right and does it fast. Sierra Home Buyers buying my house as is saved me the stress of having to do the repairs, the time that it would take to do repairs when you're working a full-time job and you're trying to get things done. Something is going to go awry. By selling it to Sierra Home Buyers, with me not doing any repairs, saved me stress beyond belief. As far as the price that I got from Sierra Home Buyers, I find that it was fair and honest. And after finding out some of the things that had to be done to my home, I got a fair, honest price. No complaints. Absolutely none. As far as what had to be done during the selling process, Joel did a great job in explaining how and what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, and how long it would take. And he did a phenomenal job in letting us know that. The expectations and the honesty and clarity that Joel presented was phenomenal. It was right on the money. It sold in exactly the amount of time that we had talked about. It did not take any longer. It was done. Problem solved. The personalization that Joel showed us was just exactly what we needed to get our life in order and move on. Um, he did things that nobody else would do. He was an honest person and straight right from the get go. And he set things all in motion. And within 30 minutes of him being at my house talking with my wife and I, we both walked out, looked at each other, came back in, and signed the paperwork. He set everything the way we needed it set, and no qualms. He did a great job. If I had another piece of property that I owned that I wanted to sell, I'd sell it to Joel and let him do the work because it's all handled. You go in, you sign some papers. You go in, you sign some more papers. You go in, you sign some more papers. You're done. Next thing you know, checks in the bank, wheels are on the road, and you're living. You don't need to fight all the battles that go with home ownership. You don't have to fight all the things that you want to sell. As far as a home, you don't have to fix it. You don't have to repair it. You don't have to do any of that. They take care of it. Sierra Home Buyers is the best thing that we ever did.